Mr. Manuel, can you hear me? Okay. All right. I'll start the training. The training will not be long. Okay. I'm going to bring everyone to the practical aspect of the understanding of quantitative data analysis in research. Okay. And then there are some things I'll be taking us tonight, though I took us some of these things in the free training on the WhatsApp page. I took us some of these things on the WhatsApp page, but this is a practical aspect of that training. Okay, I know some of us are having difficulties from Ghana to actually join the Zoom link. So this is what I will do for us. The training that is starting on Monday, I'll post a link to the WhatsApp page. Anybody that feel like they want to join that training, they should join the link I will post on the WhatsApp page tonight. If you are sure you want to join that training, join that link. Okay. And then please, as soon as the issue of the network in Ghana is resolved, I expect you to make your payment through the link. But if you don't do so, I will remove you from the training. All right, because I don't want us to miss anything from the training. That's why I'm planning to provide the link for us. All right, for people that are willing to join the training. You understand? I will start with us on Monday. Okay. But as soon as the network issue in Ghana is resolved, Nigeria does not have network issue. So Nigerians should be able to pay. That is if you are interested. Nobody's forcing anybody. You understand? That's if you are interested. Okay. So thank you very much. So let's go into this training. All right. I will share my screen with us now. All right. So we are looking at understanding quantitative data analysis in research. And I've explained to us in the class yesterday what this means. Are you following me? I told us the first thing you have to understand is research. What is research? And I explained to what research is. Okay. Now, one thing you must understand is that research is divided into two. We have quantitative, we have qualitative. This particular training is dealing with quantitative research. Okay. Let me show us if I can have it. All right. This particular research is dealing with quantitative research. Now, the difference between quantitative and qualitative and mixed method research come into place at the methodology aspect. I told you yesterday. At the methodology aspect, you will know the difference between all these three. You understand? But if you're a good researcher, like me, all right, because I have like 8 years experience in this field. If you're a good researcher, then from the topic, you should be able to know if this research work is quantitative, if it's qualitative. Okay, you should be able to know that. Now you can't know if it's a mixed method until you get to the objective and you get to the methodology. So I just tried to lay this foundation yesterday for us. Just like I said, this particular Zoom class will be very short. Just for me to show us some practical aspect of what I discussed with us in class yesterday. So, well, I hope you understood what quantitative research is. Quantitative research is a research that we are going to use a quantitative data analysis for. I hope you are following me. Okay. And if I say quantitative data analysis, okay, I mean data analysis that deals with numerical data. All right, numerical data. Okay. And I told us yesterday in class I told you that we have two types of quantitative data analysis. We have the primary data and then we have the secondary data. Once you are sure that your work is quantitative data analysis, all right, the next thing you have to understand is what? Is it primary data that is going to use? Is it secondary data? Are you following me? I'm not training horse quantitative research. I'm not training us research. This training is about data analysis, understanding quantitative data analysis in the research world. Okay. Now, once you know that your work is quantitative data analysis that you're going to use, or if when you are writing, you are planning to use quantitative data analysis, then obviously one thing that you must now know, all right, is that is your work going to be primary data or secondary data? Okay. One of the peculiarities of quantitative data analysis is that it's faster. All right, it's faster. If you have a short time to do your research as a PhD or master's, then I will tell you to use quantitative data analysis to analyze your work. Okay, and also it is very easy to get the data. Very easy to get the data. Now look at it this time. We have primary and we have secondary data. Now primary data, I explained to us yesterday, it deals with what? It deals with questionnaire. It deals with data you are collecting now. You're just collecting the data now. As a master student, you're just going to the field to collect the data, either through questionnaire, either through Google form, or either through experiment. I told us some of the organizations that I partner with and work with, some of them, they use either the primary or secondary data, but some of them use experiment. They carry out experiments on the research they are doing and they collect the data. Are you following me? So that is primary data. Now, after collection of the data, you now go for the analysis. Now, how to analyze such data is what we are going to do it on Monday. That's the paid class. This is just me giving you background information of what quantitative data analysis is. Right now, the next one is secondary data. Secondary data are data that they've already been collected and they are published, but you want to use this for your work. So you have to go online to go and search for such data. You understand me? You go online to go and search for such data, you collect the data, and then you start analyzing. Such data are secondary data. You don't have to use questionnaire for them. You don't have to go out and go and be even questionnaire. Are you following me? You don't have to do that for secondary data. In fact, if you want to speed your work up, the best you can use is secondary data. You know, someone contacted me like 2 or 3 days ago. She said she needs to write a seminar paper. She needs to present it at the end of this month. And I asked her, why are you just telling me now? She said, I just heard about you. Okay, so what are we going to do for a seminar paper? She needs to write 2 seminar papers and present one this month, another one next month. I told her we have to separate it. We have to write one this month, and let's see how we are going to meet up for the next month seminar paper. Now, obviously, when I saw the work, I told her, I said, this kind of topic, you can either use secondary or primary data. That's just it. You can either use secondary or primary data. You know, I told us, I said from topic, if you're a good researcher, from the topic, you should be able to know is the work quantitative or qualitative. And also, you should be able to know will the work go in line with secondary or primary data. So I told her, I said, let's use secondary data for this work. But if you're going to use primary data, it means that we will now go out to go and distribute questionnaire and look at the topic that your supervisor gave you to write on for your seminar paper. It requires you for you to go to the organization's employees. You can't start doing that now. You can't start traveling and want to be given organization employees to help you fill the questionnaire. You can't start doing that now. So the best you can use is to use secondary data for your work, which you just require me to go online and go and maybe a night search or two night search, topmost, to get your data out. And then we start analyzing. So that is the beauty of using secondary data. It gives you faster collection of data like that. But that is if you know what you are doing. I follow me. That if you know what you are doing. There's some data that if you're not careful, you can stay on there 2-3 months. You've not yet gotten the data online. Okay, so now I hope you understand the two type of quantitative data I explained to us, primary and secondary data. Now, so what I will do now is that I will take us on some of the practical jobs I've done and use those jobs to explain to you, all right, visually, the difference between primary and secondary data and also what quantitative data analysis is generally. I hope, and then we're done with the class. I hope you are fine with that. Okay. And any question from anyone? Anybody that want to ask a question before I move forward? Okay. All right. So, okay. Coming. Okay. All right. Let's look at these two jobs. This work. Now look at this work. It say effect of integrated personnel and payroll information system (IPPIS) on fraud detection in Federal Ministry of Agriculture. Now that is the topic. Now, if you're looking at this topic, the first thing, if you're a data analyst and you want to decide will the work use qualitative or quantitative, look at the statement, effect of integrated personnel and payroll information. When you say effect, you're dealing with quantitative. When you say analyze, you're dealing with quantitative. When you say relationships, you're dealing with quantitative. There's some particular statements, once they come up in the research world, is signals quantitative. Okay. Now, when you say explore, all right, implore, discuss, and you seeing that in the topic or in the objective, that work is signaling qualitative. Signaling qualitative. So that's when you can know if your topic is going in the direction of quantitative or qualitative. Now, you want to know if the topic, from the topic, if the work will use primary or secondary data. Look at the variables of the topic. All right, in my research trainings, I train people on how to select topic, how to pick research topics. Now look at the topics, effect of integrated personnel and payroll information system on fraud detection in Federal Ministry of Agriculture. Now, payroll, integrated personnel, and payroll information system. The fact is that we say integrated personnel. Look at people. There's no way, it's not likely you can get published work on them, published data on them online. Now, when you say payroll information system, countries don't publicize like Nigeria. All right. I don't think Ghana does also. They don't publish the payroll information system of civil servants. Now, here we are dealing with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. They don't publicize it. So there's no way you can get the data online. So the best you can use for this kind of work is what? Primary data, not secondary data. Are you following? So now let's go down. So let's go straight to I want to show us the methodology. Now, this is the research methodology. You can see other methodology say quantitative study involving descriptive survey and document research design was utilized for this study. So if you are not sure that is the work quantitative or qualitative, then go to the person methodology. Now, if you are the owner of the work, okay, it means that in your methodology, you have to specify is work quantitative or qualitative, is work primary or secondary data work. You have to specify. Now, especially I specified it. quantitative study. All right, we are back. Okay, so let's continue. All right, let's just continue. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So now, as I was saying before the interruption, um, from your methodology, you have to get your work. If your work is qualitative, and if your work is secondary or primary data. Now, if you scroll down, you see that all these are discussed in my research trainings. Now you can see method of data collection. The method of data collection used for this research were both primary and secondary method. The primary method use of questionnaire. Questionnaire was distributed to the staff of Federal Ministry of Agriculture. Okay. Now you can see that everything is stated under methodology. Now remember the training we are looking at, understanding quantitative data analysis in the research world. Are you following me? Everything is stated under methodology. Now look at it. I know I told us in class yesterday that when you are dealing with quantitative, we have some analysis techniques. We have descriptive, we have ANOVA, we have chi-square, we have correlation. Those are quantitative data analysis. So once the work is, you are sure the work is quantitative, the next thing is that what is the data analysis techniques this person wants to use? Okay. Now look at this, techniques of data analysis and model. In analyzing the data collected using the questionnaire, discrete statistics such as frequency, percentage, and tables were used to present the data. Multiple linear regression analysis was used. So automatically, this research work used descriptive, used linear regression analysis. What else? Use SPSS version 23 to analyze. You get the gist now. And then from there, the chapter 4. Is the chapter 4 here? So it's the chapter 4 is not here. But you understand. Sorry for the constant. All right, sorry for the interruption. Okay, coming. So we'll soon round up, but I want to show us a second data work. I hope I will do that now. Now, this is a second data work. Let's go look from the topic. Global financial crisis, a critical study on role of small and medium enterprise in US. Global financial crisis. From the topic, you can use questionnaire. But you use a global financial crisis. Which country are you going to go to go and share questionnaire? You say in US. Are you going to travel to US to start giving questionnaire to people? That's why from topic, you know if you can use qualitative, if you can use qualitative or quantitative, automatically this work is quantitative from the topic. Now, looking at the topic, you can't use primary data. You have to use secondary data. So we use secondary data for the work. Now look at the this was journal. This is just a journal that we wrote. Examine the impact of SME growth on US GDP. US GDP, this gross domestic product, that is the data online. This is not a questionnaire. So sometimes when you look at, when you see the objective, you're able to pinpoint is the work primary or secondary. Now look at this FDI. Look at this variable FDI. FDI is foreign direct investment. That is a secondary data, not a primary data. Are you following? Now, employment rates. You can't get employment rates through questionnaire. What people do? You are people that you are going to give questionnaire to get the employment rates in US. Do you know how many employees that you are going to reach out to? So the best you can use is secondary data. Go online on when US publish their financial and everything every year. All this data will be there, but you must know how to read and search for the data. All right, that is in the research class anyway. So now under the methodology, it was written that we are using primary, secondary data. Okay. Research methodology. The paper is quantitative research, which will involve the use of secondary data. So specific. When I was writing this paper, I made sure that I was specific in everything I was writing. Quantitative research, secondary data, specific. So anybody says, I want to analyze this paper, I did the analysis myself. But if anybody says I want to analyze this data, this paper, at least the person now know that the work is quantitative and the work is secondary. And then you can now say, okay, what's the method of analysis? The method of analysis that was used, we have regression model. Sorry, I saw something I want to delete. That was a mistake. This is too bad. Regression model was used. I think that was what was used majorly to analyze the work. Okay. Okay. All right. So, sorry for the interruption. Okay. Okay. So let's quickly round up the class. I'll explain some of the key things I feel like we should understand under quantitative and qualitative. All right. Where I am now is a little bit crowded because I have to travel to get some things done. You understand? By Monday, I will back in my base for our training proper. So I hope by now we understand what quantitative is and we understand what primary and secondary data is. All right, and what primary and secondary data analysis is. By now, we should be able to know that. All right, and get that. Okay, let me see if I can share with us that data set that was used for that secondary data work. But this is secondary data work. Okay. I don't know if the data set was at the back. Okay, aha, this is the data set. Can we see the data set now? The data set that was used. So this is how secondary data looks like. Majority of the time, secondary data work will be in Excel sheets. But don't worry, and during the training that will be taking us starting from Monday, all these things will be explained. And then we are going to analyze it. We are going to practicalize it ourselves. You see how I'm doing it on my system. I'll show you on Zoom. It will be recorded. Just like how this class is recorded, I'll post this class after the whole training today. Okay. So thank you, everyone. And please remember I said that. And please remember I said that I will get a link for us on the page today for people from Ghana, specifically from Ghana. I know you're having network issues. So the link I will post on the page today are people that they are interested in joining the training starting on Monday, but they can't pay through the link I sent because of network issues. You understand? So join that link, join that page. I will address us tomorrow on that page. You understand? And see how I can help you out in joining the training and how you can pay once that particular network issues is resolved in Ghana. Do you understand? Thank you very much. Please, any question from anyone? Question from anyone? Questions from
I,
anyone
I posted the question on the chat.
on the chat? Okay, let me see. Okay, I can't see the questions. Oh.
How can we get this SPSS software for
Okay,
the
yeah,
trading?
yes, yeah, that will be done when that actually is as that particular answer is for people that have paid. All right. The how to install blah 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 is already on my
How to
system.
install it? Is the software available for the
Yeah,
payment
I think
after the
yes,
payment?
I think I've answered that on the WhatsApp page yesterday. The software is available.
Uh,
You understand? So once people are making payments, I'll be
so you are
sharing with
starting
them.
on Monday, right?
Yeah, we're starting on Monday. So once people are making
Do you
payments,
have your account in Nigeria on the because I
yeah,
have not read
it's on
the
the platform. It's on the platform. I will post it again this night. I'll
okay,
post
post it again for those of us who are
yeah.
not reading, who have not.
I'll post it again tonight
We don't read
for
all
people
this long
that
longer and something, but now that the action is close,
um,
just try to post it for us.
okay.
And possible the time you'll be addressing like how many hours or something. So that we can plan because we are workers. We
Okay, I
want to
know.
know
I know, I know.
set
That's
aside this
why,
time.
yeah, that's why the schedule of the training is in the evening. It's from 8 p.m. So in Ghana, 8 p.m. in Ghana and 9 p.m. in Nigeria. So latest by 10
Okay.
for the two countries will be done. You understand? Because by that time, I expect anybody that travels, anybody that goes to work should be back at home and be ready for the training. Maybe by that time
Yes,
you've
yes.
eaten, you've taken something, and you are ready for the class. You understand? So also the way it was done
All right.
yesterday, that's how it's going to be done during the training. There will be lectures on the Telegram page, and then there will be practical aspects. So now I'm looking at this